Wow, I'm honestly impressed. We're currently at 100% win rate and in some good profits. Let's see. An 88% win rate strategy that is able to get you funded might seem too good to be true. And well, that's exactly why I'm here. As you know, once a week I present you a new trading strategy in order to find the best and easiest trading strategy on YouTube. I'm looking at all your favorite YouTubers for that. Then, using my background in data science, I'll show you how to use a trading journal to make it even better and fit it to your personality. So why not like the video and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on the adventure. Today we're looking at Garland Judas swing strategy, which honestly looks very promising. Make sure you stay until the end because I'll show you one mechanical rule you can add to this strategy to make it even better. To save you some time, I'll backtest 1 month of data just like my other backtest, and I'll show you all the trades I was able to find using this strategy, the wins and the losses. Alright, so let's first set up the indicator that you need. So you can just write session here on FX replay and it will be the first one. On TradingView, you can just take any indicator that shows the Asian range. Since I don't need to use the New York and London session range, I'll just remove them to make them simpler. Alright, so just to make sure also your inputs, you'll see that the Asian session, those are timed on UTC. So that's why you need to come here and then put it at New York and everything will be set automatically, so you don't need to touch anything here. Alright, so for this strategy, all the example Garland showed were actually on the London session. So we're going to do the same and start the session during London, but some trades could be taken during the New York session because one of our strategies in the mentorship actually looks like this one a little bit, with specific hours and specific setup, and we do trade it during the New York, so I know this works also during New York. Then the second thing, we'll wait for a sweep of either Asian high or the Asian low, then of course for break of structure or a change of character. And then what's special about what Garland showed is that we'll wait for a double sweep of the level, so I'll show you exactly what it looks like, don't worry about that. Then we'll just simply enter on a fair value gap since it's a very easy entry setup, and then finally we'll go for a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So we have the Asian range high and then the Asian range low, right? And then what I like to see is I would like to see the sweep of liquidity, a clear sweep of liquidity during my trading session. So let's say I start at 2 AM and there's already a sweep of the liquidity of the Asian range. I don't like that. Unless it's very close to the level, I wouldn't care too much, but I would prefer to see everything happening during my trading hours. Alright, so we had the first sweep of the Asian range low, but no break of structure yet. And in here, you can see that we had the sweep, we have the break of structure. So now what I'm waiting to see for the double sweep is to see this level being taken out once again. This is what I mean by a double sweep. So some people would enter in here for a fair value gap or maybe this one also, and it could work out. But what Garland is suggesting in his video is that using a double sweep will usually increase your win rate. So we'll see about that. And then right away, we had the double sweep, right? So now I would like to see this level being taken out. Perfect. So now what I'm seeing here is this fair value gap. And then we can just go for a 1-to-2. So this is the first trade I was able to find during my backtest until now. This happened on the 6th of February. So let's see how this one goes. So we already reached out my take profit, so I think I'm going to cancel this one because we took out a lot of liquidity right there. Let's see if I'm able to find another one. Alright, seems like we might have a trade right there. So we had the first sweep of the Asian range high, which was unmitigated until now. Let's see if we get a breakout structure at that point. Yeah, so we got the breakout structure. So now what I'm waiting to see is if we can take out this level once again. So we're not too far, we just took it out, so we had the double sweep. Let's see if we now have the breakout structure and fair value gap. Alright, so we had the breakout structure with this low and the fair value gap right there. So we can just put the trade for a 1-to-2. Alright, so we came back. Beautiful trade right there. And what you'll see with this strategy is that usually when we take out one side of the Asian range, we usually go for the other side. So you can study that during your own backtest. So a very nice trade right there. Let's see if we can find another one. Alright, so we're starting here the London session where the level was reached out, but it's not a clear sweep of liquidity. I would not consider that a clear sweep of liquidity and a stop hunt. So I would still consider this level valid. But before starting my trading session, I would prefer not seeing a sweep of the level I'm trading from. Alright, so we got the first sweep in here. So this is the level I'm waiting to see taking out once again. We had this low, taking out fair value gap. Some people will enter here, but what we're playing on is taking out those people first. So we just took them out. Let's see now if we get a fair value gap to enter. I'm having a fair value gap, but I need this low to be taking out first. Exactly. So I have everything necessary. Entry not too far from the fair value gap. Garland likes to use one pip away from it, but I think this is good enough. And then you can try different things yourself. Alright, so almost to stop loss. Very nice. Alright, so the level we're not taking out before my trading session, so I like that. Let's see if we can get something. We just took out the Asian range low, but I need a breakout structure. We just took out this high right there. So now what I would like to see is this low being taken out once again. So now I'm looking for this high to be taken out with a fair value gap, and then we can enter. This is now the new high. So I'm seeing here a fair value gap. We have this high that was broken. So I need to be honest, this is not the best breakout structure, but we're getting at the end of the month. So I would like more data, so let's just take it. But you can be more strict with your rules in your own backtest or your own trading. Alright, so we came back to break even. A lot of ranging, and we're getting to the end of the London session, so I don't have much hope for this trade. And we took out all of those highs. Alright, so that was kind of sad. We're at 1.8% in profit. So maybe if we could have used this low instead for the stop loss, or maybe use 50% of the fair value gap to enter here, could have given a better risk to reward. But let's see if we can find another setup. If not, we'll go directly to the analytics. And then I'll show you how to make the strategy even better. So I was not able to find other setups which fitted the rules, so I just checked the analytics. So we only had 3 trades, and it was to be expected because according to Garland, this is a setup that happens not too many times in a month. So that's why it also has a higher win rate. So it makes sense because there are no strategy with an 80% win rate, or in this case we got 66% win rate, which happen every day for a month, you know. So we're not too far from the results he was saying he was getting, so this makes sense. Maybe adding more data could results in a better win rate. And also the last trade that you saw was almost a win, so I could have maybe gotten like a 100% win rate. But other than that, there's not much here to review because I didn't have enough data. So let's just go directly on how I would improve this strategy. For this strategy, I'll give you one easy but very important element to add in your trading journal if you like this strategy and you want to study it. And if you want more attributes and parameters to study, you can check out other previous videos of this series. What you should really study, and I know it works very well, is before taking the setup, check if you already took out the other side of the Asian range. This is very important, and I explain to you why. As you know, everything is based on liquidity. So if you're taking a buy after the Asian range low was swept, hoping that we go and take out the high of the Asian range, but it was already swept previously during the day, don't you think there's less chance of it happening again? Instead, imagine the Asian range high was not taken out yet. Then there's a higher chance for your buy to go and reach the other side of it, since there's still a lot of liquidity there. It's not a perfect rule, of course. In trading, we're always talking about probability, nothing else. So study that in your journal, and you see that in most of your winning trades, the opposite side of the Asian range was probably not taken out yet. But there are many other metrics that you don't know yet, which can make this strategy even better. So check out this video next.